Excellencies, Honorable Mayors, distinguished guests, colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dari UN Habitat, Nairobi, Kenya. I am delighted to be with you all once again in warm celebration and starting line for the Malaysian Urban Forum. In what has certainly been a marathon year, I am glad to see our spirit has not waned but emboldened with resolutions. Let me offer my deep gratitude to Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Rizal Marikan Naina Marikan, the Honourable Minister for Housing and Local Government, and the team at Urbanist Malaysia for inviting me to share my remarks today. Having worked closely with Kementerian Perumahan dan Kerajaan Tempatan since my first month as the Executive Director in preparation for the World Urban Forum, our pledge from UN Habitat to support and advance urban efforts in Malaysia has not wavered. In cities across Malaysia, we strive to achieve a just and inclusive economic recovery from the pandemic, with people at the center of the response. As the pandemic unfolds the world over, it is magnifying deeply rooted problems related to social protection, public health systems, structural inequalities, environmental degradations, and climate change. Global poverty rose in 2020 for the first time in over 20 years, and over 1 million people were pushed back into extreme poverty. We must be relentless in upholding the principles of building back better and greener in the recovery ahead of us in Malaysia. This requires us to fast-track the implementation of the new urban agenda to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Importantly, we need to provide adequate and affordable housing for all, which is especially crucial at the time of a global health crisis and a climate emergency. Many innovations have also evolved from cities themselves in responding to the pandemic. By providing for the different needs of groups in situations of pre-existing or new vulnerabilities, cities have shown that the emergence of a new templates for collective actions is possible. This is further a chance to evaluate the efficiency and reliability of existing systems and to emphasize plans and policies that encourage better and more sustainable, more resilient solutions for society. As underscored in UN Habitat Cities and Pandemic Report, 4 key priorities are highlighted to address the underlying issues of inequality and exclusion in cities. They are: first, rethinking the form and function of the city. Second, addressing systemic poverty and inequality in cities. Third, rebuilding a new normal urban economy. And fourth, urban legislation and governance arrangements. For Malaysia, the next step is to ensure that the benefits of its urbanization are better distributed. More than 75% of its total population live in urban areas, expected to grow to 80% by 2030. Meanwhile, 75% of the country's GDP is generated in cities, contributing to the national growth and development. However, COVID-19 has placed tremendous pressure on many who are struggling to maintain their livelihoods amidst this economic turbulence against a backdrop of social welfare gaps, rising food prices, and essential insecurities. Only by rebuilding the trust deficit between communities and government can we move forward together as a nation. Let us place faith in our leadership, in our collective efforts to recover stronger from the pandemic. With this, I wish you all meaningful discussions in addressing this year's theme of the forum on Sustainable Urban Nation 2030 and Better Cities for All with COVID-19. Thank you. Terima kasih.